Hello, Claudia. You're back.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How about you?
I'm fine.
Is it cold there?
Oh, yes, it's a little bit cold, but I was with this t-shirt then. I think it's easier take the cooler.
The blanket.
My blanket, kind of.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Be comfortable. You are at home. Okay. Gabriel, is it getting colder? You already put the hood on.
Oh my God. Yes, teacher. Here's already cold. Yeah.
Carol, what happened?
Hi, teacher.
Your camera's on.
Hi, teacher. I forgot, of course.
Don't
I don't
turn
have
it off.
condition.
You're looking
I have
great, Carol.
PJs and oh my gosh, teacher. Only today.
Okay, don't
PJs.
worry. Hey, don't worry. I'm only wearing underwear, okay? So don't worry. I only have a sweatshirt on, okay? Nothing, Brad.
Okay.
So don't worry, okay?
Man, it's freezing here. How you're in the underwear?
I don't know.
Yes, teacher.
I'm inside
freezing.
my room. Everything is closed, okay? So the only problem is if I have to pee later, I don't know how long it's going to take me. Okay? All right. Okay, the other guys are waiting. Let me get them in so we can start our class. Wagner, how are you, sir? Luana, everyone is here. Okay? Raquel is here too. Okay? Hello there. Hello, Raquel again. Hello, Luana.
Hi, teacher. Hey, how are you?
I'm still good. How about you? I like the hair now.
I want to point two things. Her hair and he's alone. Wagner is alone.
Oh, he's alone. So today he's going to sing. Okay? His wife is not going to elbow him, understand? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Right, Wagner?
Good evening, all.
Good
Good
evening.
evening. Now,
How have
today
you been?
Wagner can sing.
Yes, your wife is not there, huh?
Today, Wagner is not so serious.
Yeah.
No, actually, these days I'm a little bit like this because I'm doing some antibiotics, which makes me feel weak. But it ends yesterday.
That's why you are under the blankets, huh?
Yes. Not just because it's really cold in here,
It's cold everywhere now, except in
Very cold.
Salvador, right?
I wish, but no, it's cold here too. 25 degrees cold for me.
25
Oh
is
my
cold.
gosh.
I wish this morning, my friend. This morning was 4 degrees here. 4.
Oh my gosh, no way.
Now, at this moment, as we speak, it's 7.
No, teacher. I'll be frozen.
Yes, it is cold here. Okay, guys. So I guess we finished yesterday's class, did we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, today we'll change topics again. Okay? So, before starting the class, I would like to know, what do you guys understand by sustainability? Do you know what is sustainable or sustainability? What do you understand by that? Sustainable or sustainability? Any idea?
A light idea.
Let's hear your light idea.
About sustainable or sustainability?
Those words are pretty similar, okay?
Yes.
One is a noun, one is an adjective, but the idea is similar. What does it mean in your opinion, Gabriel?
The meaning that you can use something that will be used all the parts that in the process it will come back to you like recycling like when you cut down a tree, you use all the parts of the tree and then you plant the tree back. That's sustainability because you're not just only using the tree, you're using all the parts and you're planting back. That's just an example.
Yeah, it's not so wrong. Understand? Yes.
No, what is
Marcus.
wrong?
No, it's not wrong.
Oh, wrong. Yes.
Marcus, as an engineer, what is a sustainable plant, a sustainable facility?
Sustainable plant that I remember, it's a plant that can produce power for themselves, for itself. In this case, like the plant produce not fire but electricity, and by the by the by the fire. I don't know if it's this correct way to say. And
I couldn't just get the last part.
oh, sorry, I think it's because of my internet. But it's like in the plant they can produce electricity by the consumption of something like a fire, by the fire. Using the vapor cycle.
The steam?
Vapor cycle, yes. And
or the
they
steam.
can.
Usually they say steam.
Oh, the steam is better. The steam is much better.
Yes.
The steam cycle. And
or solar. What about solar? Or eolic?
The solar. Yeah, the solar too. But the plants, I think the plants, they don't use the solar too much. But they can use the solar in the industries or in the houses. It's a sustainable way to produce electricity for the house.
Yes.
With the big wheels, like the wind power.
Yes.
You can use it too, but it's more common in the big countries like in Netherlands. It's not so common here.
Yeah, in Belgium too. I've seen many factories that had their own windmill, to generate electricity for themselves. Okay, so they were self-sufficient. Okay, they were able to sustain themselves in terms of energy. They didn't need to buy energy. Understand? And some of them could even sell back some energy. That is almost based on what you said, based on what Gabriel said, we can start getting an idea of what is a sustainable supermarket. Vitor has just entered. Vitor, do you have a different opinion about sustainability?
Hi guys, sorry.
Do you have any idea about what is a sustainable market or a sustainable company?
Yes, kind of. I used to read some related articles about sustainability and about specifically the goals of the company.
And this is related to what? Can you share your opinion with us?
Yes, for example, I think the last article I've read was about impact. So sustainability is the most acknowledged thing that company produces that reach the public.
Public, not the
public. The public opinion.
Okay.
So
because reaching the pubic area is kind of sexual harassment. Understand?
Yes. and some companies are still following about the ROI and profit, but don't realize yet about sustainability, because sustainability is not reach a metric, and so some companies didn't realize yet about this.
They are not still conscious of that. They are not aware of that. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Does anyone else here have any opinion what would be like a sustainable supermarket or a sustainable company? Wagner, Carol, Raquel, Claudia?
Yeah, I'm passionate about the theme sustainability. I miss something, I guess, because my internet is very unstable today. But I guess it's all the ways we can reduce the impact
on the environment.
We create to the environment. Yeah, so reduce or I don't know, decrease what we have done as single-use plastic, and all the other impacts on the environment because of the food we eat, the market we consume. So I guess it's all the actions we unite can reduce, I guess.
Like a compensation.
Yes, as the verb, like, what is, think about separate. What is only the verb to sustain? Understand?
To maintain?
To finance, to preserve, to keep, to maintain, to sustain. And able is the ability of sustaining, you know? So the idea is, how can they survive without affecting the environment where they are placed? Understand? That's why this is becoming more and more, let's say, discussed nowadays. Understand? What can they do to contribute to the well-being of the people or to the environment around the plants? Okay? So these are,
because we've grown so fast, the population, the human being population are so increased nowadays, right?
Yes.
We are 7 billion people. It's hard to keep the source.
It's not easy. Renato, do you have any opinion about sustainability?
Oh, yes. I have seen in Brazil some supermarket investing in natural refrigeration to apply in your refrigeration system.
In my refrigeration or in their refrigeration system?
No, sorry, in their refrigeration system.
Ah, okay, yeah, because mine, I only have a little one.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I have just one also. And like the natural refrigeration, refrigeration like CO2 and also ammonium.
Ammonium?
Yeah, ammonium.
Ah.
Exactly.
I see.
And also, I think in 2 years ago, they started to focus on the panel energy.
Solar panel?
Solar panel, exactly. To install in their roof parking or parking roof. I don't know exactly the way to say that.
In the roof, okay?
Yeah, in the roof.
Parking lot. In parking lot.
In parking lot. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not common to see yet this kind of installation, but it seems that as they are looking for that in the following years, 2 or maybe 3 years, it will be common to see.
Yes, as somebody here mentioned, in Netherlands, in Belgium, in Germany, it is amazing the number of shopping malls, the number of companies have their own windmill, huge windmills, generating energy for the mall, generating energy for the plant, understand? And if you have a surplus of energy, you can sell it back. Understand? So, of course, when you see the size of a windmill in Europe, it's huge. Understand? And but they produce energy, so they are self-sufficient in terms of energy. Okay. And as you said, by changing the refrigerators, not using CO2, okay, what's going to happen? We are going to decrease the effect in the atmosphere, okay?
No, actually, I meant because there is a refrigeration, I forgot the word, a fluid called CO2 used in the refrigeration system.
Yes, I know, but that is one of the gases that affects the green, let's say, the atmosphere, you know, that increases the warming, okay? So they have to come up with maybe new alternatives, I guess, okay?
No, sorry, but I think I not explaining exactly. CO2 is not agreed to the atmosphere. This gas used inside the refrigeration system.
It's a new one.
Yes, a natural fluid to use in a refrigeration system, in a commercial refrigeration system.
The gas which causes problem, it's called the freon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
freon.
You know, it's freon that it's cause a problem to the atmosphere. CO2 no, actually cause because not as freon, but you know, it's another gas.
But it's less.
For sure.
Less harmful. Okay, good. Well, before reading this article concerning sustainable supermarkets, there is some vocabulary, some expressions here. I don't care if you go by elimination, but try to match the words or expressions on the left with their definition on the right. Let me see if I can find a way to put all of them in the same page for you. Maybe the letter is going to be smaller, but at least you'll be able to see the entire page. Okay, that's it. I have here some expressions and some words that are going to appear in the article that we'll be reading. To take matters into your own hands, the lion's share, to operate under a veil of secrecy, to come under fire, surplus, a pact, an unethical act, a backlash, okay? And on the left, you have the definition for all of them. So you can even go by elimination. I don't care, but try to match the words or expressions with their definition on the right. Okay? Come on, guys. I give you some time to read and analyze.
I believe you made a mistake and you give us a clue about surplus. Because we have one answer, which is excess, extra, and over surplus.
Well, maybe
it's kind of the same word.
Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything now.
But I guess this. Pick this one for me.
So you think number 5 means excess, extra, over surplus. Okay. Okay, so I'll put here, I'm not going to say anything now after you analyze all of them, okay? Now.
Give a guess as well. The number 1, to take matters into your own hands, maybe to deal with a problem yourself, one that others have failed to do so.
So you think this is the answer, yes?
I guess, but I don't know what. If you have anybody else, anyone else agree with me?
Me neither.
You agree or you don't agree?
I agree.
So, you think
come to my team.
Yeah. Come on, what about the others? Carol, Raquel.
Teacher.
Yes, Gabriel.
An unethical act, number 7, it's a morally wrong action.
Okay, so number 7 goes here.
I agree with.
A pact is a formal agreement between parties.
A path, formal agreement between parties. Number 6.
Number 4 could be to be criticized strong. Number 4.
To come under fire. To be criticized.
To be criticized strong.
Okay, I'm just writing whatever you're saying. Okay.
The lion's share.
What is that?
I believe means the largest part of something.
Okay. That is very similar in Brazil. The lion's share gets most of your salary.
The lions sleep tonight.
See?
So he's alone today, so he decides to sing again.
Yeah, see? The wife is
I have to remember a word.
Teacher, a backlash.
A
backlash is the strong negative reaction by a lot of people.
Okay. So
to operate under a veil or secrecy. Veil or of secrecy, to work in a way that hides embarrassing informations.
Okay. Now, to take matters into your own hands, that's when you decide to do something, when you decide to deal with something that others have failed to do it so. That's right. Number 1 is to deal with a problem yourself. Okay, I'll take matters into my own hands. That means I'll solve it. Don't worry. The lion's share. Shut up, Google.
Siri.
I have to throw my telephone away from me because it keeps eavesdropping in my class. Okay? You see? I said eavesdrop is just said, I found this for you.
That happens.
It's impossible to turn it off. Okay, get away from me. Now, to operate under a veil of secrecy. A veil is like when girls get married, they always have a long veil, okay? That means to work in a way that hides embarrassing information. You know, like you don't want to show everything you are doing because that's kind of embarrassing. Understand? Yes. Like some supermarkets, they turn off their freezers at night so they can save energy. Can you believe that?
I believe.
This is a crime, in my opinion, understand? Because the next day, if you go shopping in the morning, everything in the freezer is going to be defrosted. Understand? Yeah. And then they freeze again.
And you could get a disease and even die.
Of course.
But it's normal happen here.
Yeah, I know, but that's unacceptable. Understand?
Yeah.
So to come under fire, okay, I think it was Claudia. I don't remember.
Yes, it was me.
Criticized is strong. Yes, when you're coming under fire, that means a lot of people is criticizing you. Surplus. Yes, this word is very commonly used in business English, understand? Especially when talking about the trade of balance. You know, like when you export more than you import, you have a positive surplus, okay? That means you ended up exporting more than you imported. So this is good for the country. A pact is like Portuguese, okay? It's a formal agreement between parties. Unethical, that is something that is not legal, okay? Unethical act. What is it here? Number 7, morally wrong. And a backlash. Backlash is a strong negative reaction by people, okay? So these are the words that you will see in the article that follows, and I hope you'll be able to understand them in the real place. Let me enlarge this again because honestly, I can't see it. Okay, let's start. Let me see who is the first one here. Claudia. Oh, okay. Could you read the first paragraph for us, please?
Sure. Many of major supermarket chains have come under fire with accusations of various unethical acts over the past decade. They've wasted tons of food, they've underpaid the supplies, and they've contributed to excessive plastic waste in their package, which has had its impact on your environment.
On our environment.
On our environment.
Yes. So many of the major supermarket chains, remember chains like Carrefour, Extra, okay? In the United States, you have Walmart, okay? Or Kmart, Target, okay? Publix, yes, I like that one. Okay, they sell a lot of organic products. I love that one. Okay, in Europe there are lots of chains too. Okay, like Delays. Okay, that's very common in Belgium, Netherlands. Okay, now they've wasted tons of food. They've unpaid their supplies. They've contributed to excessive plastic waste in their packaging, which has had its impact in our environment, okay? So here you have two expressions that were there. They've come under fire with accusations of various unethical acts, okay? Can you understand them in the context?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, yes. Gabriel, could you read the second paragraph until wastage? Here, until here.
Yes, sir. But supermarkets and grocers are starting to sit up and take notice. In response to growing consumer backlash against the huge consumer backlash against the huge amounts of plastic waste generated by plastic packaging. Some of the largest UK markets have signed up to a pact promising to transform packagings and cut plastic wastage.
Okay.
Wastage.
Any question about this part, guys? Cláudia, Carol, Gabriel, Renato, Wagner, Marcos, Raquel.
No.
Renato, no problem.
No.
Okay.
Okay, very good then. Now, Carol, can you read the next part? In a pledge.
Yes. In a pledge to reuse, recycling, or compost all plastic wastage by 2025, supermarkets are now beginning to take some responsibility for the part they play in contributing to the damage to our environment, which one major supermarket is announcing their plan to eliminate all plastic packaging in their all brand products by 2023.
Okay. Any problem about the second part here?
Pledge.
In a pledge. This is practically the same of in a promise. Okay?
Okay.
In a promise to reuse, in a pledge. Okay? Any question, Wagner, Renato, Raquel?
I'm good.
No, teacher.
No.
Okay, Luana, no problem. Okay, Wagner, could you please read another part here and stop at enough?
Okay. In response to criticism over food waste, some supermarkets are donating some of their food surplus. However, charities estimate that they are only assessing 2% of supermarkets' total food surplus. So this hardly seems to be solving the problem. Some say that supermarkets are simply not doing enough.
Okay, let's stop here and understand this. Carol, as a lawyer, I heard that in Brazil, no, I heard, maybe you can confirm or not. I heard that in Brazil, it is not possible for the supermarket to donate their surplus to charities. Have you heard anything about this?
You catch me. I don't know.
Yes, I think it's
yeah,
illegal.
it's true, teacher. It's true. They
Is it?
cannot, yes, it's true. They cannot donate it because if someone gets sick, probably they will be responsible
They'll be
for that.
liable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's their liability. Yes.
Yes.
In Europe, it's very interesting. Like if a food, any kind of food, is going to, let's say, expire in the next 7 days, the supermarket usually advertise a huge discount, like 30, 40, 50% for 1 or 2 days. If they sell it, good, but they have to advertise that is close to the expiration date. Understand? It has to be very clear to everyone. It's a special price because it's going to be expired very soon. But if 4 days, 5 days before the expiration, they don't sell it, they give it all to charity. Understand? Like some churches, some orphanages, and of course, they are aware they have to consume that in the next 3 or 4 days. And it's interesting because usually the surplus you get are usually the best products available at the supermarket, like caviar, the best cheese, the best. Yes, it's amazing, okay? So if you go like to Salvation Army, you can get a lot of good food for nothing. It's for free, understand? Of course, you have to eat it in 3 days or 2 days sometimes, but they're free, okay? But in Brazil, I think it's not possible to do that. And then they end up throwing in the waste.
That's a good tip.
I saw here, and we have, I don't know, how can I say that in English, a bill, a project of law.
A bill.
Yes,
a bill.
In the Congress.
Every time, Carol,
yeah.
just interrupting you, I'm sorry. But every time, it's not a law yet, it's just a project.
A bill.
You call it a bill. A bill.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have a bill in the Congress to approve this, the donation of the foods by the supermarkets.
This should have been done yesterday. Understand? Not they are planning to approve it, because supermarkets in Brazil, I'm sure they throw away tons of food per week. Understand? With so many people starving, they throw away. Understand? I remember once, it was very funny. I think I have mentioned to everyone, my wife is a professional chef, understand? And she had a project to go to a supermarket, and she even did this. And she chose some ingredients, especially the ones that didn't sell well. And she would organize a class to teach people how to cook using those ingredients, understand? And then instead of throwing away, people would learn how to make a superb dish with specific ingredients, understand?
That's nice.
And then, yes, she did this for almost 2 years, okay? In a supermarket chain in the south of Minas Gerais. And then it was very fun because one day she thought about giving some classes concerning certain fruit, okay? Like blueberries, blackberries, that in her opinion were not selling well. And the guy responsible for the fresh produce department told my wife, we don't have any waste in our department. Everything we get is sold. So no, forget about it. And it's funny because 2 or 3 days later, she needed to buy some berries, and she went there, and all the berries were already spoiled, stale. And she called the guy and said, see, You told me you don't waste anything. What about this? I have here like 25 boxes with blueberries and they're all stale. And the guy was, I don't know what happened. We'll see to that. So they wasted 25 boxes of blueberries that cost like 20 reais each. So we are talking about 500 reais only in blueberries. Understand? So there's a huge amount of food that is lost every week. They don't admit it or they cannot do anything with that. Understand? So who is
Teacher,
next?
how do you spell stale?
Stale. S-T-A-L-E. Stale. Okay?
Okay.
That means not good anymore. Rotten.
Yes, I understand. Just don't know how to write.
Rotten. Okay? It's also the same. Who is after Wagner? Luana, it's your turn. Oh, no. No, it was not Wagner. It was Carol. So now it's Renato. Renato, could you read the end of this paragraph for us here? Most supermarkets.
Yes. Most supermarkets operate under a veil of secrecy when asked for is secrecy. When asked for exact figures of food wastage. And without more transparency, it is hard to come up with a systematic approach to avoiding waste and to redistributing surplus food.
Okay. Renato, just one observation. We say transparency. Transparency.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Any question about this part or no? Is it okay?
No.
Raquel?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Wagner, Luana,
I'm
no
good.
problem. Renato? Okie dokie. Raquel, could you
Yes.
please read one part for us? You can
Yes.
stop here at bags.
Some smaller companies are now taking matters into their own hands and offering consumers a greener, more environmentally friendly option. Shops like Berlin's Original Overpack and London's Bulk Market are plastic-free shops that have opened in recent years, encouraging customers to use their own containers or compostable bags.
Okay. Is there any problem about this? Do you
What is greener?
understand this part? More ecological.
Okay.
Like when I say go green, that means become ecological, okay? Or ecologically friendly. Any question, Renato, Raquel, Luana, Mario, Wagner? There are many people today.
No, sir.
Claudia,
Okay.
Gabriel, no?
Okay.
You see,
Okay.
No.
at the city where you live in, do you get the plastic bags at the supermarket for free or you have to pay for them?
For free.
Here it's for free too.
Luana?
In Paraná is for free and Santa Catarina too.
Okay. Raquel, do you get
Yes,
the
for
plastic
free.
bags for free? Renato,
Yes.
where are you from, Renato?
And for Porto Alegre,
Okay. So
here's for
over
free.
there for free. Carol for free, Luana for free. Yes. Do you know how
I don't-
much?
Teacher, I don't think here in Brazil anywhere we pay for the plastic bags.
In São
In
Paulo,
Rio,
you
in
need to
Rio
pay.
you pay.
Yeah.
In Rio
Okay.
also.
In São Paulo,
I
São
live in
Paulo.
Portugal.
Not every market you pay.
Supermarket, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Every market that I go in São Paulo, we need to pay to the bags.
Yeah,
I live here in Mogi, and not every market
But no,
you need to pay.
but not in the state, in the
He's
city.
talking
in the
about the city.
in the city,
pay.
because here in São Bernardo is for free too.
In Rio you should pay. You have to pay also. I think
I
7
think
cents.
the
for each one.
municipal loyalty.
And I realized here how much we are dependent of plastic bags. Like when I
Yeah.
went to England, they don't take plastic bags. They use maybe a
Reusable
reusable
or
one.
compostable. You can also call it reusable or compostable bags.
I don't take bags either. The ones you use in the vegetables, you know, the folio. What is the name?
Those plastic bags, they're plastic too.
You can try use one that is reusable as well, like some fabric or whatever.
Yes, yes.
That's funny to think because in Japan they use a lot of plastic, but they recycle everything. It's law. They need to recycle everything, but it's still horrible, but it's better, right?
If you recycle, yes.
But if you're recycling, you're still using energy to recycle. So if you have
it's
not
horrible.
necessary. Yeah, if you have something that is not really necessary, so that doesn't really make sense, right?
Do you guys have any idea how much it costs a plastic bag in Europe in most supermarkets?
I think it's true. I don't know if it's still the same price. I lived in Portugal in 2010, and they already, you have to buy the plastic bags. So I thought it was 2 cents or 3 cents, something like that. In 2010.
I don't know. It's very funny. I have been to all countries in Europe except Portugal. I don't know why. It's funny.
Why not, teacher?
No, because I always go to a country with the purpose of visiting a school, classifying a school, deciding if it's good or not. And I've never had a chance to classify any school in Portugal because they only offer Portuguese courses, understand? So I have been all over Europe, understand? But in Europe nowadays, Luana, you're not going to believe, but they are charging like 10 cents for a standard plastic bag and between 20 and 40 cents for a reusable one. Understand?
So I saved some money because I was there in October, but I didn't realize it was that expensive.
Yes, I know that in my apartment in Europe, I have a few reusable shopping bags, and I always try to remember to taking them with me to the supermarket so I don't have to pay again, understand? Because nothing there is for free, okay?
So it's working, the strategy, right? You're not getting...
Of course it is, yes.
Oh, in England, you can change. When your bag in England, when your bag gets old, you can change for a new one. You don't pay anything for that.
For free?
Really?
For free. You pay the first one, then you can change.
You can change.
That's nice because in Europe they don't do that. Yes, in Europe they also don't.
Okay.
So, okay, who's gonna read now? We need to. Okay, who is it now? It was Raquel, Claudia. Have you already read? Yes. Marcus, can you finish this paragraph for us? Online grocer.
Okay. Online grocers farm drop eliminates the need for large warehouses and the risk of a huge food surplus by delivering fresh produce from local farms to its customers on a delay basis via electric cars, offers farmers the lion's share of the retail price.
This is an interesting concept, okay? This is a new supermarket in Europe. It's called Farm Drop. Actually, they don't have a large warehouse where you go in and find everything you want. You place your orders online and they deliver the things from the farmer to your house. Understand?
Yes.
So the concept is very smart. They use electric cars so they don't cause any pollution. They don't have to keep any stock, so there is no surplus, understand? No wastage. And they only get from the farmer the orders they have, understand? And the most interesting, who gets the biggest part of the price? The farmers. They get a percentage. Understand? Usually in Brazil, we call it the go-between. The go-between is the guy between the farmer and the consumer. He gets the biggest share. Understand? I have friends around my house that sell rice, that sell potatoes. They sell rice and potatoes for the price of bananas. Understand? But when it gets to the supermarket, they overprice it like 5, 6, 7 times more. Understand? But my friends don't get much for what they produce. But in this new case, the farmers get the lion's share. Understand? They get the biggest part. Can you see the difference?
Yes.
Yeah, they make the profit.
It's a new concept. Yes, they
So
make
if we can
a
buy
much
local,
higher profit.
best. Yeah, if you can buy local would be the best, but it's not all people that can do
Of
it.
course, and this is the case here. They don't get things from the other side of the country. They only get things from the local producers. So every week, what is available depends on the season. Understand?
Seems fair.
So, yeah, it is a very interesting concept. Understand? That's why they call it farm drop. They get from the farm and drop it in your house. Okay? So just to wrap it up, to finish this, who hasn't read yet? Have I, Victor, have you read? Yes.
I haven't read.
Luana?
Yeah.
I haven't given you a chance, even with your
No,
wonderful
you did,
hair.
but I was too talkative, I guess.
Ah, okay. All right. Oh, Victor, I'm sorry. Ladies first. Luana, is there?
No problem. Go ahead.
Sorry, Victor. The last online grocery, or there is no doubt.
I think
There is no doubt.
There is no doubt.
There is no doubt.
There is no doubt that we still have a long way to go in reducing food waste and plastic waste. But perhaps the mayor or major supermarkets.
Mayor is Bruno Covas.
Is the prefeito.
The mayor, yes.
But
can you believe that in England they say mayor?
Mayor? Not mayor?
Mayor. No, I don't know why. British people are crazy. Like the nightmare. The first time I heard that, I thought, this is a nightmare. Understand? And the guy started laughing. Yes, they say mayor. But it's mayor, major. Here's major. Mayor is with the Y.
Major supermarkets might take inspiration from these smaller grocers and gradually move towards a more sustainable future for us all.
Yes, grocers.
Grocers, okay, thank you.
Okay, any question about this last part?
Okay.
No, it's okay.
Gradually, I know what is it, but what is the right pronunciation?
Gradually.
Okay.
Gradually. Okay, that means little by little. Okay, guys, I have a little homework for you. Could you please just tell me if the following sentences according to the article are true or false? There are only 8 questions for you to analyze and tell me if they are true or false. Tomorrow, we'll discuss them and we'll start a new topic, all right? Thank you very much for watching my class.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Good evening.
Bye-bye. Good evening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye now.
Yeah.
See you all tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. Bye.
Bye.